Welcome to Omasae. If you've ever looked at your small outdoor space and wondered how to make it more peaceful, beautiful, and uniquely yours, you're in the right place. Today, we're introducing you to an ancient Japanese concept that could completely transform the way you see your tiny garden or courtyard. Whether you have a compact balcony, a narrow side yard, or even just a patch of ground by your window, there's incredible potential waiting to be uncovered. It's all possible with the timeless and poetic art of Tsubo Niwa, a style of Japanese courtyard garden that turns limited space into a serene retreat. Tsubo Niwa is proof that you don't need a sprawling yard to enjoy the calming presence of nature. Instead, it's about crafting an intentional, harmonious garden using just a few square meters. In this video, we'll guide you through the origins of Tsubo Niwa, the values it embodies, and practical design tips for building your own. You'll discover how carefully placed stones, plants, and water features can bring stillness and beauty to even the smallest urban corner. So if you're dreaming of an outdoor space that feels like a quiet sanctuary in the middle of a busy world, make sure to watch till the end. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Omasae, and share your dream garden ideas with us in the comments below. Now, let's step into the tranquil world of Tsubo Niwa. The art of Tsubo Niwa has deep roots in Japan's cultural and architectural history. It dates back to the Heian period, around the 8th to 12th century, when small courtyard gardens were nestled within the palaces of aristocrats. These inner gardens were private sanctuaries, meant to offer moments of peace and reflection. As the centuries passed, particularly during the Edo period, Tsubo Niwa evolved into a more accessible concept embraced by townspeople. While once reserved for the elite, miniature gardens became a popular way for urban dwellers to infuse their compact homes with nature and tranquility. The term tsubo refers to a traditional unit of measurement, roughly equivalent to 3.3 square meters. It's fascinating how this tiny footprint became the canvas for a centuries-old design tradition. Tsubo Niwa were not just decorative. They served vital functions, bringing light and ventilation into densely packed buildings, while also offering an emotional refuge from the noise of city life. As Japanese towns grew and architectural spaces became tighter, Tsubo Niwa remained a cherished element in homes, tea houses, and even inns, each garden uniquely tailored to its surroundings. This historical perspective is essential because it shows how design can adapt to limitations without losing meaning or beauty. The charm of Tsubo Niwa lies in its ability to work within constraints, a lesson especially relevant for today's urban living. When we create a Tsubo Niwa in a modern space, we're participating in a long tradition of finding calm through simplicity. That's what makes these small gardens so powerful. They're timeless, adaptable, and deeply human. What sets Tsubo Niwa apart from other garden styles is its pure commitment to intentionality and serenity. Every element, no matter how small, is chosen with care and placed with purpose. It's not about packing in as many plants as possible or creating a lush jungle. It's about subtlety, balance, and quiet beauty. The Japanese aesthetic values that shaped Tsubo Niwa include wabi-sabi, the appreciation of imperfection and impermanence, and ma, the concept of negative space that creates room for stillness and breath. You might see a single stone lantern, partially covered in moss, quietly casting shadows across a gravel bed, or a small water basin, inviting ritual and reflection with its gentle presence. The beauty of Tsubo Niwa is often in what is left unsaid. The simplicity allows the mind to wander and the soul to rest. Plantings are minimal but deliberate, perhaps a delicate fern, a slender bamboo, or a single camellia bloom that reminds you of the passing seasons. This style also plays with perspective. Through smart layering of textures, contrast, and elevation, a Tsubo Niwa can appear much larger than it really is. Shadows from plants interact with gravel and stone, while light shifts throughout the day to create a living composition. The garden becomes a kind of outdoor painting, always changing, always quiet. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by clutter or excess, this approach offers a refreshing alternative. It's not just a garden, it's a mindset, one that encourages stillness, clarity, and harmony with the natural world, right outside your window. Designing a Tsubo Niwa requires a mindset shift. You're not trying to fill space, you're trying to reveal beauty through restraint. Start by choosing a location where the garden can be viewed often, like from a living room, hallway, or bedroom window. The visibility of the garden is just as important as the garden itself. After all, a Tsubo Niwa is meant to be enjoyed throughout the day, a calming backdrop to daily life. Once you've chosen your space, define its theme. Will it be more traditional, resembling a tea garden with rustic stepping stones and bamboo fencing? Or will it lean more modern, with clean lines and minimal materials? Both approaches honor the core values of Japanese garden design. The key is to choose elements that speak to you and your space. Use textures like gravel, stone, wood, and moss to build a tactile palette. These surfaces help ground the garden and give it a timeless quality. Lighting is also essential. In traditional Japanese architecture, Tsubo Niwa are designed to reflect natural light indoors. You can play with dappled sunlight, shadows from plants, or even soft lanterns for evening ambience. The goal is to create a space that feels alive, yet peaceful. Unlike large gardens that may overwhelm, a Tsubo Niwa embraces modesty. Its strength lies in its quiet, contemplative nature, a daily reminder that even small places can carry immense meaning and beauty. In a Tsubo Niwa, materials are not just chosen for how they look, they're chosen for how they make you feel. Start with the foundational elements. Stone creates structure and presence, whether it's flat stepping stones, upright marker stones, or its tsukubai, water basin. Gravel adds texture and movement, especially when raked in patterns. Wood or bamboo fencing provides a gentle, natural backdrop that gives the garden intimacy. Every material contributes to the narrative of peace and reflection. As for plants, restraint is essential. Rather than a crowded mix, opt for a few thoughtful selections. Moss, ferns, dwarf pines, or bamboo offer evergreen structure. Seasonal interest can come from camellias in winter or irises in spring. The small scale invites you to appreciate each leaf, each texture, and each shift of light. A well-placed bonsai can add drama and symbolism, emphasizing age and resilience in miniature form. You can also infuse personality through unexpected, sustainable choices. Use repurposed stone, weathered wood, or vintage ceramic bowls as planters. These give your Tsubo Niwa a sense of character while keeping with the spirit of wabi-sabi, finding beauty in imperfection. Ultimately, there's no one right way to build your materials palette, but the goal is always the same: to create a space that feels like a deep breath in the middle of a chaotic day. As our cities grow denser and outdoor space becomes a rare commodity, the philosophy of Tsubo Niwa becomes increasingly relevant. Rather than wishing for more space, it teaches us to maximize what we already have. A sliver of a patio, a forgotten side alley, or even a narrow balcony can become a meaningful green sanctuary. The beauty of this design style lies in how adaptable it is. It doesn't require a huge plot, just thoughtful placement and a willingness to slow down. Urban living often disconnects us from nature. Tsubo Niwa bridges that gap by restoring small moments of natural beauty into our daily lives. When you open your window to the sight of a peaceful stone lantern nestled among moss and shadows, something in your body relaxes. You feel calmer, more connected. That's the gift of Tsubo Niwa. It's not just about what it looks like, but how it makes you feel. Many people think of city gardens as loud, overgrown, or chaotic, but Tsubo Niwa proves the opposite. It offers a refined, quiet alternative that honors Japanese traditions while meeting the needs of modern urban dwellers. It's minimalist yet expressive, functional yet spiritual. Whether you live in a high-rise apartment or a narrow row house, this garden style offers a refreshing solution to the modern need for serenity in small spaces. Ready to build your own Tsubo Niwa? The process doesn't need to be complicated, but it does require intention. Start by observing your space. Where does the sunlight fall? What views do you want to enhance? Next, choose your focal points, maybe a small water feature, a sculptural plant, or a unique stone. These elements will serve as the anchors of your design. Then, layer in texture and contrast. Mix soft greenery with hard surfaces. Use asymmetry to create natural flow. Leave space. Not every inch needs to be filled. In fact, the negative space in Tsubo Niwa is what gives it such depth and meditative quality. Avoid overcrowding your design. Let each piece breathe and speak for itself. Maintenance is part of the journey. Water your plants, rake the gravel, clean the water basin. These small rituals enhance your connection to the space. As seasons change, feel free to rotate plants or swap in seasonal accessories. Over time, your Tsubo Niwa becomes more than a garden. It becomes a personal sanctuary, a meditation tool, and a living piece of art that grows with you. It's a reminder that serenity doesn't require space, only presence and care. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the quiet beauty of Tsubo Niwa. We hope this exploration has inspired you to see your small garden space not as a limitation, but as an opportunity, a blank canvas for peace, beauty, and reflection. In just a few square meters, you can create something that nourishes the soul, calms the mind, and connects you to a timeless tradition. If you found inspiration in this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to Omasae, and turning on the bell for more ideas like this. We'd also love to hear from you. What kind of space do you want to transform? Leave a comment below and share your ideas, questions, or photos. Your input helps build a community of thoughtful design lovers and mindful living enthusiasts. At Omasae, we believe that the most beautiful spaces are not always the largest. They're the ones created with heart, care, and intention. And nowhere is that more true than in Tsubo Niwa. Until next time, may your garden, no matter how small, be a place of calm, beauty, and balance.